Hey everybody, welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I do hope you're having a sweet day today because we're going to be spending a lot of money. I've already been spending a lot of money. Been buying up all the steel and prefabs and just all sorts of stuff, man. This is getting very expensive. So the fuel refinery has to solve the problem, because if it doesn't solve the budget problem, I think we're just screwed. Fuel refinery has to be the answer. This thing is real close to the border, which I very much appreciate. So we're going to do it. I think this video, maybe, certainly by the next, we are going to get to the border with this connection, which is going to be fantastic. Not so fantastic is the sheer volume of steel we keep having to buy. That's no good. I'm also going to probably put a stop to mechanical components. Possibly. I'm not sure how many we've bought so far, so I need to check that. But mechanical components is also quite expensive. And this guy here is going to drain my bank account to basically zero. And if he doesn't do it, then the trucks trying to get crops and stuff certainly will. So we're sitting here with 2,700 bucks. Not the best day in the world. There is good news, though. I believe, anyway, there is a truck around here somewhere that's selling clothes, because we have a lot of clothes we can sell. 51 tons of it. So I am hoping that we get some clothes sold. And it would be nice, I think, to have this double dip. I don't have a lot of routes right now that are double dipping. And, well, if you take a look at there's not a lot of crops here, okay? So we want to have more crops. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to have at least one truck double dipping this. We're going to take, actually, let's amend the truck we currently have to do this, because I think we can. So now, then I can also show you what I mean by double dip. So we're going to say that all vehicles right here, this thing. So this vehicle here picks up clothes, and he's pretty close to coming back, right? He's almost back. So what we want you to do is take clothes to the customs house, okay? Then what you're going to do, I'm going to just delete this. I'm going to let you just make your route. When you get to the customs house, after dropping off the clothing, you're also going to load crops, okay? So I want you to unload your clothes and load crops. Then you're going to bring those crops back to the warehouse. And so I think, actually, instead of having this be your stop, what we're going to do is have this be your stop instead, okay? So you can get rid of this. And then what you'll do at the warehouse is you'll load clothes and unload the crops, okay? And that's the new route we have for this truck. That allows this truck to be productive in both directions. Given how much fuel we're using, we're desperately going to need that. All right, we're going to go into the economy and trade screen. I'm going to go to loan, and we are going to take we're going to take a loan. Nothing fancy. We're just going to take a big loan. We're going to take, I'm thinking 1350 for now. 1340 is fine. We're going to get rid of this one. We're going to say 117 148. That doesn't seem right. There's an extra one there. There we go. All right. That leaves us with 222,000. Now, what do I need that money for? Well, we're still buying steel. We have to. This thing has a lot of steel delivered, but it's got more to do, more to go. So, see the steel being brought in. We got to keep buying it. There's also 26 tons of mechanical components that we have to buy still. So that's active. They've been buying it, but they've also been using it, right? Let's get a quick heads up on this. And I haven't been too quick to go to this at the start of the video, because I know that roads need to get done. So as long as they're still working on the roads that I'd like them to work on, I haven't bothered to point out anything yet, but it's possible I could put them on this side. I wonder if it would work here instead. It would be just as close. Actually, it would be easier to come out and to the right than to the left. Yeah, I mean, maybe this would work. So we have completed over here the distribution offices. We can do that now. High quality, effective living. That's what we're researching now. That's going to take a while. That's a pretty big one. We're going to be here for a while on that one. Technical University has nothing to do because it just finished what it was doing before. right, which was broadcast radio. So now we could get this broadcasting radio signal started. That's going to help us with loyalty, right? We really need help with loyalty. Average government loyalty right now is a measly 22%. It's horrible. Good news, though, is that our population is now 19% workers with higher education. That's nearly 500 people. And therefore, we have enough now to properly work police station at least a little bit more. So we can have more people working in the police station now, which is great. Because that means I can also try these cases with some judges, right? And maybe we could try them faster because I don't know about the statute of limitations here. I think we could probably get this guy to trial quicker. But if we stack up cases to solve here, like if we're stacking up on this stuff, it's going to take a while, right? So I'm going to have to look at that. I currently have no prisoners in the prison, but I do have warders being told to work here, and we'll allow 10 for now. So the criminal justice system has returned to Charlevinsk. Whether or not that's a good thing remains to be seen. Perhaps it will take too many workers away from coal. Okay, so I let it run for a little bit, and we got the empty storage here, that free one that was here with prefab panels. Got that emptied, decided to kind of clean this area up so there's less roads here. And this road is now completed, so since this whole thing is done now, we can then go in and start planning this part out. I've reconnected the little roads right here just to kind of keep it all connected. But we need to start thinking about the future a little bit. I'm still buying steel. Oh my God. Good news, everyone. All steel has been delivered for this building. That's fantastic news. What isn't so fantastic is that we still have plenty to build. And we still need to get people over here to work this. And so, yeah, we got to get this going. So I want this to be built next, okay? And I need a way to get oil into this as well. So since this is empty now, yay, we need to do something different. This is built. That's great. This has mostly work days left, but let's go ahead and get this to be built. This pipe's done. This needs built, and so does this underground pipe now. It is now an underground pipe because I might want to put something here. And, well, if I want to put something there, then like parking lots, for example, get people driving to work over here. You betcha. I'm all right with that. As long as they're making fuel, they can spend it to get here. I'm all right with that. But we need all this stuff to be built. So let's get this connected to the road. That's going to make it... You know what? No, it needs to be done. Let's do that too. It needs to be done. So I want you done and you done. Yep. Let's get that to be prioritized. Get the pipe to be done. It's more and more steel. We just got to keep buying the steel. It's going to pay for itself, I swear. You can count on me. I'm telling you the truth. It's going to pay for itself, all right? When we get 4,400 work days. Lord. Way too many work days. Is this road done? It looks... it's not. No, this is the one I wanted. So I want my distribution offices here, but if it'll let me put them here, I suppose it's not a big deal if we could just put them here. So let me get this over here, and we can now place proper distribution offices. And it doesn't look like there's enough room for these in here. That's kind of barely. I do want them to come off of this road, though, not the other one. So it'll let me put this here. My real concern here, though, is that it won't let me put the other one right next to it. This is a little bit more spaced over here. I'd really like to put them here. So what I'm hoping to do is we'll get one distribution office that would go in like right about... Let's see, is this all flat? Okay, so this needs to be flattened out, I think, just a little bit here. Just gonna move that way with it, even if it's off the screen. All right, so I should be able to go in and say here, okay. And then we should be able to flip this around, rotate it 180 degrees, and just slide it over here. And they won't let me do it. It really won't let me place this here. Wait, there's a trick, okay? You just tap the left mouse button, okay? And ta-da! You can do it. It just flattens the land out. It tries, and it says, oh, wait, no, you can do that. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're totally allowed to do that. Absolutely. It just changes its mind. All right, so we're going to put 2 construction offices here. It does look like the ground is going to get kind of messed up there. Nope, they fixed itself. Cool. So as soon as this road is completed, which it's got to be very close, right? 306 work days. It's just the roller right now. But once this roller's done in 300 work days, however long that takes, I guess. It's not actually one. I would say it's working at maybe the speed of, what, 20 workers? What is this one? Work speed of like 24 or something? Either way, once that's done, we'll connect these roads up, and I want to get at least one of these accelerated because distribution offices are awesome, okay? They're awesome. Now, broadcasting radio signals. Getting close to done. After this is completed and working, okay, and working, we should then be able to have a nice stable budget, and the fuel that we're producing, as well as exporting to the border, hopefully, that should pay for steel. For the foreseeable future, that should pay for steel. We can then look into getting the radio station put up. And I've been thinking long and hard about where I want that radio station to be. And I think I want it to be right here. And then houses on the last side. The only other thing I can think of for this area is Dnipro Flats being here, here, and here. That gets 1,500 people in range of that bus stop and this school. And then, you know, there's a lot of people that are going to go to that school, but it's Dnipro Flats, I think, is what I want. Double checking my space here. I think I left enough space, but I'm seeing a problem. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. All right, I still have space for that. Might put something here, too, like another monument or something. We have other monuments going in, too, by the way. It's kind of nice. Workers on construction sites, right? People can just walk over and finish it on their own time. So that's what they've been doing. We don't need anybody else to... We don't need anybody to, you know, bring workers here. Focus on other things, please. Oh, my God. I love seeing this thing build so quickly. It's marvelous. I almost want to just do this with you guys. I almost want to just sit here, right? And just time-lapse this build. But there's just stuff to do while we're doing that. And you can see the money is just... I'm getting destroyed. Getting absolutely destroyed. Because I'm still buying steel. Because I still need it for the tanks. Although that's delivered now, which is great. That one's got it all delivered. Maybe we're good. 11 tons here. I already have that. This underground pipe here. We've delivered most of the steel now to that. Looks like probably this last load here. Looks pretty good. Yep. There's our mechanical components getting delivered for that too. All right, so the pump needs done. That already has the steel. And I believe all the undergrounds are done. So actually, we might be done on steel. Let's tell them to stop. Stop. Stop buying it. We don't need it anymore. Also, let's put a stop on the mechanical components now too. We might be able to keep ourselves out of, you know, going into more debt. So over here is our water connection hookup, right? And we obviously need this done kind of ASAP. We can provide water to the people that would be working in this area. In addition to that, though, I'm also going to be redoing this area. So we're eventually, once this is up and running and we have maybe oil coming in from other sources, if that's even possible to do beforehand. If not, at the very least, let's fill this tank, which is currently empty. Let's fill this tank, right? So that we at least have fuel and we don't have to buy it. And bitumen, so we don't have to buy it. Then I'll tear this stuff down, all right? Deconstruction office stuff. We'll tear this stuff down. We're going to keep the pump jacks exactly where they are, but all the pipes are going to go underground and they're going to go into this pumping station, which I may tear down and split this into 2 pumping stations. And then, you know, I could bring the other part in too. But the hope is I can put chemicals production right here. I think I can probably fit at least 5 chemical producers right here. I like this location. It's quite ideal. The wood is very close by. The oil is obviously right on top of it, so we'll just direct some of this oil supply into this tank. Okay? Where is it? Right here. So the oil supply will get directed. This one is going to get directed into that building, like that, and come to find out, that needs to be done now. Otherwise, there's nothing I can do about this. So Let's get that added to the schedule as well. High priority there. Yep. Okay. Pause. What's finished? Radio broadcasting. Okay, broadcasting radio signals is done. So I think we'll start now on... What's the best thing to do here? Scrap separation would be good. I feel like chemicals, just so I can start it. Like, we're not even buying that much for chemicals. If we take a look at our import budget, it's all steel, of course, but I guess there's 6,100 still. We did buy it a little bit. The thing is, we can export it, though. It doesn't matter about eliminating... It's not so much about eliminating costs. Still bringing in coal. Where is that coming from? I cannot find this truck. I have no idea where it's coming from. But somehow, we still managed to bring in 20 units. Ooh, 20 units. Now, that's a 10. Ah, that's why I can't find this truck. It's not one of the big 252s. This sucker is one of the little guys. And this road is still not done. And I am furious. Furious, I say. Furious about this. Get workers over here. There is a little truck around here somewhere. I am going to have to look at it. It's one of those tan ones. One of those, yeah, tan colored ones. And I have no idea where he is because I just have not been able to track it down. He's not in here. Right? He's not there. The spare fuel truck right there. I'm not sure what that's there for. I just can't find it. I have no idea where this coal is being purchased from, but it's still being purchased. 20 tons of it. I'm going to have to find it. Okay. So anyway, going back on topic. Chemicals will be here, right? We're going to need to provide water to that too. So to set myself up for the future, let's put a big water tower right next to this. Right here. Right there. Right? Just have a little walking path that goes to it. Now this is going to have the medium pipe coming into it. And just to test the you don't need a pump theory, we're going to use the out from this water tower to feed into that water tower. But of course, that's not going to work, right? Because you can't just have the water flow up, right? I don't know. Is it going to work that way? Might need a pump here. It's probably best to... It probably is best to pump this. I'll tell you what I can do. We're going to pump with a big pump. Because I like the idea of being able to expand and having more options in the future. Having more options is always good. So if I put you... I have to be right next to this, I guess. So we're going to put you right here. And then we'll take this medium pipe. Which I'm probably going to regret making this a medium one. But that's the end that's coming into it, so it's not a big deal. It's not like a big pump's not going to matter. So we're going to put you here. Okay? That's going to bring water in from this pump, which is not proving the point about the pumps because there's still a pump. But it's only because I don't think the water tower will feed another water tower without a pump, right? So that's why I'm doing it. We're going to use, let's say, this one. This is, again, a medium. Right in the center. Drive that right underneath this pump, because otherwise I might conflict with other pipes. So we're going to go right underneath this pump and go right there. And that... now that might conflict here, actually. That might conflict here, because I'm going to have to remove this pipe. Right? I need this removed and then connected over into this system instead, so that it feeds this. So without that, yeah, I'm gonna probably have to start that, unfortunately. That means no money from oil for a little while. Ugh, I'm scared of that. Let's wait till the very last minute to do that. I'm gonna take this medium one, though. I think I'm gonna go over here first. And as long as I'm right on top of that, I don't think I'll conflict with any of these points. So go ahead and mark that for construction as well. From here, we can then take a small, or we can take a switch. Could use a water switch as well, just so we can go that way. I like options. I like to make sure I don't, pigeonhole myself into something later. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna say maybe we go like this with it. No? Due to infrastructure. So it's got to be about here, I guess. Yeah, we'll go maybe like this with it. And then where's that walking path at? Coming around. Just hook it up here. That's no big deal. Hook it up there. All right, so the medium will then feed into this switch. All right, and then the switch will go this way. Now, assuming that the switch does pass pressure through it, right? The water tower provides pressure via gravity coming down. That's water pressure. If the switch passes water pressure through it, then that should get water, right? So we'll test it. Again, it didn't work for me before, but I genuinely hope I'm wrong. I want it to work because that's how it would work, at least in some circumstances, how it would work in real life too. So I do want that to work. Okie dokie. God, look at this majestic building. It's going to cause so much pollution. Just can't wait. So much pollution. Should we let it run a little bit just so we get it done? Should we do that? Let's grab chemicals because we can. And I'm still waiting for high quality housing to start building out. We're up to 4,000 citizens now. Almost 200 of them are ready for their own apartment, and there just isn't any available. Okay, so turns out I paid for too many citizens. That's what always happens, though. We don't have to pay for any more, though. They will start moving into other places all on their own once we start building those places. I could maybe get a small neighborhood over here going, but it would require me to get another grocery store and set up the distribution logistics for doing that, which is not feasible to do until I've got these two buildings. And this road is done. Yep, this road is done. Okay, so we are going to use asphalt for this, of course, to let them come in and out of here really quickly. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's get these roads added. I don't even know if workers are needed, but I'm going to make sure that it gets there. And I know I have auto search on, but I want it faster. I want to know that they're working on it, all right? So it looks like we've stopped with 14.98 tons of steel remaining. That's how close I got it. By borrowing that much money, that's how close I got it, right? It's there. 122,000 rubles spent last month. Good Lord. And it's all steel, isn't it? 88,000 of it is mechanical components, right? I mean, I turned it on and they needed it, so there it is. We spent 12,000 on chemicals. These two expenses, though, you eliminate these from the equation, and then we don't import these. And holy crap, man, we made money, like good money, if we don't have those imports. So I just can't wait. I want it now. Okay, the loyalty's still low, but on the plus side, the happiness is going up from not having any food. Let me let it run. I'll be right back. We do want distribution offices over here too, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Over here is more important to me, right? Once I get this done, then I can get rid of all these temporary ones and get rid of all these small ones that are not being used really well. Like the ones at the border, for example, I'd really like to get rid of those, or at least consolidate them a little bit. Like the fuel, this one can go, and we can have it be over here, right? It could be one of these. These guys can manage fuel now, right? And then we can have 2 temporary distribution offices. This one here too, right? The free ones. Those 2 then go out to help the farms. That's an extra 6 vehicles in a distribution office for free. To put that in perspective, if I was to build another one, if I was to build one out here, a permanent one, the small ones are only 5 vehicles. So I'm effectively building instantly 1 small distribution office and assigning it with vehicles that I don't have to buy. And it'd be instantaneous, okay? So I saw this button and I'm like, oh, can I actually press this? No. Like, wait a minute. I don't remember this. I don't see it very often. I just don't read the screen. I just don't see it. Nope. It's not there. It's never there. Look at all these crops, man. Oh, I need the trucks that are going to the border right now for the crops. All of you. I need you all. Okay, all of you are going to stop going to the border and start going to the warehouse. Yeah, that's what you're doing now. There you go. Load crops. Go. You don't even need to be spaced out. I just want you to take the crops out of this building so that the distribution office can keep putting them in. All right? There you go. We actually have some fertilizer in here, which is not supposed to be delivered here. It's supposed to be biological waste only, and it is only a one direction. So I'm not sure how the fertilizer got in here. But it did. And then we got 5.4 tons. I'm just going to have you drop that off at the farm right now. This building is done. All right. That's pretty freaking cool. There's obviously some stuff we have to do here that is going to get this place working. Otherwise, I could just bring people to this bus stop and we could work it right now. They could just walk in there right now and work it. But we need oil to be brought in here, of course. And we need drinking water in here. All right. Get those two things and we are significantly more energy independent. I'm excited about it. To help with the budget, I think I'm going to reduce the number of trucks that are in this temporary office down to just one by taking this 37% truck and getting it over here so that it could be repaired. So now Fuel Rats is a single truck now. That is it. Which means we're probably going to run out of gas in a lot of places, but we have a lot of these little gas stations all over the place. So hopefully that'll buy us some time. And then also because we're not running a lot of trucks, see all these guys just sitting around doing nothing? Like I want to put them to work, but I don't know. You know, like they're not doing anything over here because there's no need to, I guess. You got to bring workers for these sites. I need to put those vehicles to work. But if I don't put those vehicles to work, then they won't use any fuel. So maybe that's worth it. You're going to go over here as well. Let's get you repaired if possible. These are just regular road depots, aren't they? Yeah. I thought I had a spare. Here. Put you there. And then we're also going to take you 40%. You're going to put you here. Just kind of trying to remove some of the vehicles from the road and have them just not use fuel for a little bit. As little as possible. Because we're out of money. Again, the money just disappeared. It just melted away and it's gone. It's just gone. Okay? So we're gonna need to borrow again. There it goes. Oh, very close. let's not worry about it. I don't want to owe like this, right? I have a penalty on my payments right now. I don't want to do that. So we're gonna go 1.5. Oh boy. And then we'll take away the 125, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 9, 0. All right. My payment is not 62,000. My payment will be a lot lower than that. But I'm nearly 3 million in debt right now. Hopefully, I sincerely wish that is the last loan I ever have to borrow. Unless I'm just consolidating to reduce payments, which is a very good thing I could probably do later. But I really sincerely hope that's the last loan I need. It all depends on how everything else is structured here. So with this being built, I am now doing the very risky thing that's going to probably end me a little bit. We are now going to disconnect this and rebuild it to be connected to something else. Which I think maybe right now we could just... What if we just disconnect it up to here and wrap it into here? Temporarily. I like that idea much better. We could take this pipe and not there. I'm looking for this side. No. All right. How about we disconnect from there? Okay. Let's just, yeah, like that. Let's pull that pipe out of here. And we'll just redirect that into here so this thing fills up on its own oil supply and we can just pull oil from here without the storage tanks. Until the storage tank system is done, we just do that. I think that's fine, actually, because it's going to save me a ton of time, save me a ton of money, and it gets me up and running quicker with the same amount of oil than I would have had anyway. It's just the only difference is I don't have a buffer. And this thing has its own internal tank at 450 tons. That's never going to get filled. If it does, we're swimming in money if that gets filled. So I'm thinking we're good. So we're going to try to get that taken care of. I think the deconstruction offices should be getting on that. There we go. Okay, hopefully they can get to it. I think they access it through this tank here. When they break that down, we'll then rebuild it over here, okay? Now, it looks to me like in order to get water here, we're going to need the water tower, because that's just how I've decided to do this for the sake of like trying to get on this. But even before this is built, we can still bring stuff here with water, with the water trucks. And indeed, we already have. The water trucks came in here and it filled it up. So they have water here already. So now we're just missing oil. That's the last component is we're missing oil. And we do have an internal storage for fuel of 340 tons. So we don't necessarily need this built before we can start outputting. Very exciting stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. Let's start with this construction because we can. And we want that obviously to be high priority. At least one of these offices need to be high priority. We can do another one medium, but I want at least one of these done so that I can start adding the vehicles that are already over here and start getting them over here. And the reason there's 2 of them is because I'm still limited to 20 connections. I'm going to need more than that. So there's 2 offices so that I can have more connections. And we're going to try to focus buildings on the locations that they have vehicles to support. So only one of these, for example, will have all of the refueling positions, all of the gas stations, right? And then that's the only one that has the oil trucks. Okay. Until we get the train operational, we're going to need the oil cisterns that are currently coming in here to sell this stuff or to load this up. We are going to need you guys, and it's not worth going to the border for you. This one's worth it. We can send you to the border. There is no oil left in here, though, so there's no reason for these guys to exist on this route. So if I can get you guys to get out of here, we can have you sitting somewhere and maybe getting repaired. 42%, 42%, yeah. So let's see about maybe getting you over here to repair as well, right? Like that. Is there another road depot that I could drop any vehicles off in? Or do I have one accessible? Maybe I have a spare one? I do. A spare one. Okay, good. We're going to place this one right here then. And we'll just have this vehicle chill out over here. And this vehicle will go ahead and chill out right over here. All right. Actually, just to do it. Just to do it, okay? Go ahead and unload the oil you have right here, okay? Just so you can do that. And then after you're done unloading the oil, you can come over here and do nothing. Because, again, why not? And then this one, we don't need that anymore, so we can delete that stop and get you over here too. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we'll wipe that line. We're not going to do that stuff anymore. Still have a little fuel in here. I think we're okay on fuel. We have enough locations where I think it's going to be fine. It looks like this is all done. There just needs to be some debris to pick up. It's like waste. We got construction waste, metal scrap, etc. Lots of metal scrap we're going to get from this. And we're going to want steel recycling done as for research to start taking that scrap and converting it, right? So after chemicals, I'm going to go into metal scrapping, I think. And that's going to get set up over here. So in order to actually work that, we're going to want like a metal recycling plant over here so that all of our metal scraps end up going into this aggregate. There's only 4.7 tons of it. So that's like 2 tons of steel, I think. I mean, 2 tons is 2 tons. It's like almost 1,000 rubles right now. But we have to spend 15 tons and another 20 tons of steel just to build this. So it's going to be a while before it, pays for itself. I don't particularly like that idea. That's what we got, so I'm going to have to work it. Another idea could be to just forego this, and instead we'll get a steel recycling plant placed right here. And then instead of having a storage for it, we simply have the belt directly feed the recycling plant, so we don't need an extra storage. And then, maybe we just pick up steel from the building. I don't know. Looks like we got all the metal scraps are being gathered right here. So this is empty, empty, and empty. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's have you go there, have you go there, and have you go there. All right. All these spare dumps. Nothing happening anymore. This is going to store bitumen. All right. this is going to store oil. Hey, it's done. Look at that. Oil goes right here. It doesn't, not yet, but it will soon. TM. There's that. And it's not actually directly connected yet. Did we get this? All right, that's done. So what I'm hoping it works here is you're going to let me. Oh, I thought you were done. 1.1 tons of waste. Can we just like set it to the side and build the new pipe? Just put it off to the side real quick. I do wish I could just, I don't know, take the, you know what, instead of selling the oil, I should have took the oil from here, like kept this running, right? And then took the oil. I wouldn't have been able to keep it running because that pipe was directly feeding it, but should have took the oil from here though and just had trucks bring it into this building. No, that's a waste. I'm not gonna do that. Did we get this pipeline done? So bitumen is here, and we need it. We need this to feed over there. And again, I was kind of hoping that the long pipes would do this, but I guess one thing I could potentially do now is have my bitumen truck, which is right here on the road with the bitumen in its possession. I want you to stop buying it from the border, and instead of this, you're going to now go to this tank, and you're going to just load. You're going to load bitumen, wait to load it. All right, that's your new thing. We're not going to buy it from the border anymore. We're going to buy it from that storage. We're going to have a vehicle that's actually sitting over there waiting, which, of course, keeps that vehicle off the road. Very good. Distribution office, not even remotely close. There's so much time left on that. Never mind. Yep. Okay. Is this clear? That is officially cleared. Okay. So now I'm going to take this pipe and cross my fingers and hope that you will allow me to do that. Yes, right there. That's what I want. All the king's horses and all the king's men. Please, please, please get us some oil again. Right there. Yep. That's your... I honestly hope that nothing else is a high priority. Even that. Nope. This is it right here. That's what I hope you do. Just stop all these other things. They're not as important. And focus on the thing that is, the one thing that is, which is that pipe right there. I hope everyone comes and does that. I'm going to send everybody here. If you have a vehicle, if you have opposable thumbs, get over here and build that pipe, right? Your country is depending on you to build that pipe. Current interest payment is almost $47,000 every 30 days, which is no good. I could probably put a couple of dings in this, like reconsolidate something, but it hasn't really gone, like no time has gone by, so no. In the meantime though, we've got all this oil that's like, well, I guess 45 tons of oil that's just sitting here waiting for this stuff to work, so that's cool, I guess. And I don't think I have anything else left to say until I got my houses up. I don't have anything left to say. Chemicals is done. I got that to say. We'll do steel recycling next. That'll allow us to take that scrap and work it, right? Not that we can really work it very well, but I'm just kind of interested to see what the expense is for it and how much we could actually expect to get from it, right? Because we have 4.85 tons of metal scrap in there, plus another 7 here. So, I mean, that's like, I want to say that's like 10 tons of steel right there. This is a problem. Oh, this is a big problem. Oh, I don't think you're ever going to get there in time. You got asphalt roads, but you also got a lot of dirt ones to deal with later, too. Oh, boy. I think it's about time we think about getting a fire department. Oh, God, that dirt road. No. The dirt road. We need a fire department over here. Yeah, I'm going to build one. I don't know if that's going to last. Oh, God, they just get there. Like, what if it was this building? We're just screwed, right? No, we got to have a fire department. I'm going to say we get a small fire station. One of the really tiny ones. Yeah. Just put one right here. We'll put a couple fire trucks there, and you can respond to, like, the coal plant. Right? I may maybe even stick it right here, even. Ooh, what about this? This will work. I like that spot. And you're in range of the bus stop, right? Yeah, of course. Yep, right there. That's where I want that building. I don't trust it. We've had fires over here in the past. I don't trust it. I don't trust them to finish this stupid road either. God damn it. When are they ever going to get on that? I'm going to have to stop all auto searches. I'm going to do it, I think. I'm going to stop all the auto searches. You just do whatever you have for now, right now. But, you know, when you're done with that, I'm going to send you over to that gravel road and fix it. Maybe I could just mark the damn thing to be asphalt instead. That might trigger it. You know? I mean, it's like, hey, look, we're still gravel. We haven't done this yet. Okay, cool. Well, how about this? Ta-da! Now I want you to do asphalt there. You know? There you go. How you like that? And here. Might as well do this one too. How about this little stretch? Might as well do that too. Right? There you go. Get on it. Have a good day. You got things you could do. Come on, dump trucks. Hop two. Get it done. This is so close, you guys. I feel really good about this, you know? I know I'm almost 3 million in debt, but I'm not worried about it. Honestly, I'm not worried about the debt. I know that this building will solve all my problems. I'm so confident that this building will solve every problem I have. Because my main expense is fuel and bitumen. And, you know, making all these asphalt roads, it's nice that I can make my own asphalt, but I still have to buy the bitumen, and that's expensive. So if I can produce both of those things and export them, I need to figure out how I'm going to do that on a train, too. So what I was thinking is the rail is going to come through here, all right? I don't think I'm going to allow a pass-through here. I don't think there's a reason to do that. But so there'll be a pass-through this way. And I still have to figure out where my rail construction yard is going to be. And I'm still thinking, I think it's going to be right here. Because it gets me on the track. It allows me to go that way. But it gets me right on the track. And allows me to choose any direction I want to go. I mean, that's pretty powerful, right? Let's choose which way you want to go. I don't know exactly how I want this rail to be built. Oh, but speaking of building rails, is this done? We're done! You guys, we're done! I told you it would happen in this video. I said it would. EDK 300. Please go to your new home. Oh my goodness. Look at this glorious... I forgot what color we even bought it in. It goes so much faster than the other one. It can haul so many more resources at a time. It can put the tracks together so much faster. It's going to be a wonderful time. We're going to have such a wonderful time with this. You know, we got this track is currently under construction, right? We can start getting all this stuff under construction. Start building the other rail, etc. All that stuff, right? But this rail is not going to get in the way of any other trains, right? Because we're not going to put any signals yet. Because signals screw up the construction yard. We don't want that. We want most of these rails done, at least up to this point. So we're looking at this and all of this. We want these rails completely built before we start doing signals. Because the train distribution network requires signals. So we need to have a full signal system. But if we have a full signal system, that is going to slow down track building. So track builders and distribution have an interest in the tracks being a completely opposite thing. So these guys will interfere with distribution basically, and distribution will interfere with these. We want to have most of the tracks built before we get on that. So can we have an auto search, please? Oh boy, here we go. Auto searching rails, man. Here we go. Now we can have the boards and everything be here, but when it gets out to here, we're going to start having the tracks be different, right? And I am going to leave this wood for now. Once we get like a lot of the tracks done and everything is kind of flowing, and we can have, like, say, for example, our selling train could be in a different spot, then we can look at shipping things to the border and everything too. Speaking of shipping things to the border, where's my long train depot going? Maybe that goes here too, because I decided not to put it there. So I think maybe I put it here. That depot, I think, requires fuel. No, it won't require fuel. However, we will need a refueling spot for trains. And that's going to require us to deliver fuel to that spot. So we're going to put a pin in that too, just for now. We're going to keep building tracks, but we're not going to bother with the implications of doing so. It's not yet. I want to do that, please. That's fuel. And you are now changed to a fuel tank. All of this is done then. We're just ready for workers and this oil supply, right? We don't have any oil supply here, but I think we're pretty much ready for the workers now. So let's talk about how to get workers there. As long as my end station is done. Okay, so I would like to change out a couple of things with the buses and everything, but I think I really need... I can't buy vehicles at an end station. Okay. Yeah, variable time, fixed time, etc., right? So what I want to do to properly space these out is I need to get the routes that they're using. So the heating shop is only using 2 buses at the moment. I feel like that should have 3, because especially since we're going to start repairs and we're going to start processing the construction waste, which is getting very close to full. We're going to have to start processing the construction waste, and probably need to shift that up actually. Let's shift that up a little bit. And all of this is steel too. Yeah, ick. We don't actually need the gravel, but what we do need is the construction waste processed. I'm going to shift this down to 4 workers, which is what it already has. And the buses that are going here, this one, yeah, all of you guys, here's what I want you to do. After this stop, and before you go pick up more people, you're gonna go here, and this is a nothing, right? What you end up with is a route that allows these buses to travel their full speed. You can see that they're moving their full speed now, all right? No longer are we going to sit around and wait for buses to go stupid slow. They can go fast as they want now. And because of that, well, we should just have them be way more efficient. So the heating stop's going to happen. That's fine. This one's the coal drop off. How many buses are there? Okay, so after the coal drop off, you're going to go to the end station. Done. All right. And that list, there's a timer there, right? So if we could see... Oh, it says line spacing is not supported. What? No. Okay, so here's the thing. I've never used this before, but I've seen it used, so I figured I knew how to use it. Maybe the line spacing isn't reported or isn't supported because these guys are stopping here. Is that the issue? I think it's because they're stopping here, right? And they're gonna stop like this. Now I can deliver fuel to this, which means they don't have to stop at the gas stations to get fuel. And I need to do that. I don't have power supply. What? Oh no. It's because there's only 2 over here. Well, I just want to see how this works. And so far, it's working about the way I expected. Buses come here, they stop for a bit, they're spacing themselves out, and then they go, right? We don't need to have line spacing supported. We just need the buses to stop, and then they leave when they need to leave, and that's it. And in this tiny little bit of time that they're here, if they break down, then they'll stop here for a bit and, you know, they'll get repaired while they're there. So I think I'm going to take a couple people off of manufacturing. Like, I'm going to take 2 buses off of manufacturing, I think, here. Probably for the best. Let's take... Wow. What are you going to? Oh, this is for the mines. Yeah, you're going to the coal mine. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this one right here. This manufacturing stop. So I think I'm going to take this bus off of this route. All right, so we're gonna redo the route here. Take this bus away, take this off, and then I want you to instead unload right there. All right, you're gonna unload there instead. So that's 1 bus taking people where I want them. All right, taking people to the oil area, the oil place, to make fuel. Okay. I want another bus to do this too. So I just selected this one. That one's going to do it now. You are the heating stop. Full drop off. Come on, there's got to be another one. Right here. This one right here. So we're going to also pull this one off of it. And instead, have you sync up here. Okay? And that could be your route for now. And I think with line spacing here, it's probably okay. because they are, you know, there's only 2 buses going back and forth to that building, I think line spacing will work better here. But if you have more buses... Oh, is this it? West bus stop free? Yeah, this is it. So I want to change this. This is going to be refinery stop. Charlevinsk, refinery. Okay. And right now they just get dropped off there, and then they walk into here. Do we have oil? God, it's so close, right? Come on. 3.8 tons of steel. Is that what we're missing? No, 3.8 tons of steel. Buy more steel. Come on now. Put your backs into it. Get yourself in the 11th gear. Go drain my bank account with a bunch of steel. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Come on now. What are you doing? Loading fuel? I think not. I think not. One more time and that's it. We're going to stop you from doing this, fuel rats. You're not allowed to work there anymore. That's your last time buying fuel from the border right here. At least I hope. We'll keep you here just in case it isn't, but I'm hoping that that's your last time. And then we're going to need the other distribution office to take over. It's so close. 12 tons of steel there. Yeah, we do need more steel, man. Okay, fine. Let's do everything that you want to do. Okay, so these buses to the refinery actually aren't getting any workers there. I think there's just too many workers dedicated to other places with other buses. So I'm actually going to switch them to the other bus stop because there's a lot of workers sitting there. So let's balance this out a little bit more. This bus platform 2, we're going to have you go ahead and grab workers from there. And you're going to bring those to the refinery. And that is what these 2 buses are going to do. That's a shorter route as well. So that's pretty nice. So we'll see how that works out. Because there's like 63 people here waiting for a bus. And I would very much like them to... Yep, I'd very much like them to get on the damn bus. Go to the refinery. The refinery's not completely done yet because this pipe is not done yet. But there's 54 work days remaining and there's people on site. So I'm just like thinking it's going to get done. We'll see. We now have steel recycling completed and the luxury housing or the high quality housing also finished. So now both of these have no research to do, which is great. I can do other things. I'm going to start with the metallurgy study so I can start working on getting towards better cables and getting towards pipeline pressure. That's ultimately where I want to get to there too. So metallurgy will be next in the technical university. And then over here, I'm actually going to take a little bit of a deviation and go for, I was going to do this, but I'm actually thinking big monuments. Yeah, big monuments instead because we need loyalty. So we'll work on that too. I was going to do fire prevention so that I didn't get, don't have to be scared anymore. But yeah, I guess I'll just do, I'll do what needs to be done instead of what I want to do. I need workers to work this little tiny blip too. Like I'm a little bit, just a little bit about the fact that they don't finish roads. Maybe we'll, here, you know what? Maybe I can make this even better. We'll say that this road goes away, right? This road goes away. Pause really quick. Let's connect this dirt road up like that, all right? And then this little patch here, what I'll do instead, since these guys just love to make me wait, is I'll just make this one big, well, it's gonna be 2 big projects, but at least it's a project that's gonna, get done instead of the one that's gonna sit there not getting done. More electricity problems. Hopefully that works itself out. Here's 16 workers arriving at somewhere. I don't even actually know. I can't see them. Hopefully they go here. In fact, I'm going to actually tell them to go here. You go... Oh, right. There's no connections anymore, of course. Oh, boy. All right, we'll go like this with this. Okay, good. Now, all of the people who get delivered here, you all go to this building. Cool? Cool. Oh, good. We have an epidemic as well. Epidemic of laziness, maybe. Nobody's getting to this pipe. It is taking a very long time to get workers. We just gotta have more workers. I'm running so thin. I know it. I know I'm running thin. How about we reduce workers here. Let's bring this down to 30 like it is, so they don't reserve too many spaces. And we'll bring this one down to, yeah, I think 40. 40's fine. How are we doing on clothes? We're completely out because that truck is taking them all. So wherever my truck is, it's been taking them all. I need to stop that from happening now too. So vehicles, it's going to be you. It's you. Yep. You have crops on your way back, and then you're going to grab... Yep. I tell you what. I think instead of the crops, for now, I'd like you to come over here. Yeah, come over here. And then also on this route, I want you not to load clothes. So you're just going to do this for now. That's your route for now, okay? Also, maybe get that done. And I think that's it. We can have a truck bringing water here for a while. We really just need one big group of workers to come out and finish the pipe. That's it. That's all you need to do is just finish the pipe. And this building is running. So I'm going to let it run until that happens. I think we're getting close. Maybe this. These are 3 workers to the water substation. I mean, it also needs done, but, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I would have preferred to be done before it. I guess I did mark it as high priority, though, didn't I? That's what happens when you do micromanage everything and tell it all to be high priority, right? When everyone's super. All right, there it is. It's done. The oil is coming in. And we're actually starting to get fuel delivered into this tank. So now is when we take fuel and we take our fuel rats and we move them down here so they get their fuel source from here. So I want to take a this fuel rat source right here. I'm gonna have to, I think, get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of one of these other ones too. I just can't. I just need other things. Let's go ahead and stop the buying of steel for a bit. So I'm still doing that. Let's have you come on over and can you rest right? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm lost already. Here it is, right here. Come on over here. All right. And with this done, we're gonna have to redo all the connections here. But maybe I can copy and then demolish. Can I do that? Nope. It deselects it. It's fine. I want to come all the way over, and we're going to drop the fuel rats right here, at least until this one's done. Never mind, it's done. It just doesn't have any power. Okay, but it's at least done, and that's all I really needed. So you guys all go over here. All right, now this thing is going to get its fuel from here. All right, and then we are going to connect you up with that fuel station, this fuel station. We're going to connect you up with these stations here for fuel. I want you to also deliver fuel to... we'll do the temporary one there for now. And then there was one other... two others right here and here. Dude, we definitely want fuel in all of those locations. I think pretty much every other location is fine. Maybe this one here too, just so we keep the gravel going. But that one will be a really low priority. Yes. And then from there, we want to do it over here too. So we want fuel delivered to the farm as well as to this fuel station once it's completed. So that's going to be all my fuel connections, I think. And then, sorry, there are more fuel connections. We need it delivered to the fire department, hospital, the police station, and then we and this, definitely this, and there was one more. I just don't remember. Oh, it's another thing. Oh yeah, this. Okay, I think that's everything. I'm gonna say it over and over again, repeat myself, just to try to convince myself that that's everything. I could do this, but that's not worth it. So this gives me basically just like one construction office. Look at this. I already have 16 connections in this one office. That's a little overboard, don't you think? I think all the free gas stations can go. Yeah, so 15 connections, which is a lot for one office to deal with. It's a lot. But, you know, as soon as these trucks get here, all these cisterns that I've got coming in, they can just go to work. They can come over here and they can do that. They can grab the fuel from right here. There's 29 tons of fuel in here already. I can tell you right now that 29 tons of fuel, that's a hefty chunk of change. That's some good money right there, all right? And in addition, we also have bitumen, which can't come in here yet because this pipe isn't done. So let's get that done as well, please. On the double, 22 work days. It's not a big deal. If we can get that done too, then all of our asphalt roads can be done. All the new buildings we want to build can be done. We're very, very close. Oh, are we so close? Yes, we are. We just need more people, and that's what we're going to work on next. So the next thing we work on, next video, I am going to design what does this expansion look like? What is the town that we're going to be building next? What does that look like? And we're going to be using much better housing. We have access to all the houses now, including the Dnipro Flats, which I am a personal fan of. It's 185 tons of steel, though, so I am no longer a fan of this. Yep. Nope. No longer a fan of that. We're going to use this one instead. Okay? Yeah, we're going to use these because those Dnipro Flats, that's a big no-no if you're buying steel. And we are not. No, we're not. At least not if we can help it. 77 tons of prefab panels. We got to work on getting concrete and stuff built and prefab panels construction and stuff built too. But we obviously can't manage any of these resources without more workers. So we're going to keep putting money into the things we need to get ourselves out of the rut. And that means we're going to keep buying concrete. We're going to keep buying prefabs. And we're going to keep buying steel in moderation. And we're going to have the fuel people pay for it, okay? Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Come on back for the next one, where I hopefully won't be in quite as much debt, okay? Bye-bye.